Alright, what's up, guys? So, my good friend Ray, she has uploaded a video titled What's Going On with James Charles? Summary plus recent updates of James Charles' latest scandal. Yeah, I guess he was caught talking to some underage people again. Like, bro, after. My thing is like, alright, first time, I can see how it could be a mistake, especially if you don't know everything about the person. Second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth time, like, brother, like, do you need an app to tell you like how old this person is? Because either people are just setting this man up for failure or he got something going on with himself. Because I'm like, I with some situations, I'm like, you take up James Charles' side, but it's like time after time after time. I'm like, fam, we need to stop taking up for you, and you need to start taking some responsibilities, and stop talking to everybody that you come across on social media. Like, my thing is like, hey, look, if you want to, like, my thing is like, look, if you're gonna go out there, be talking to people, ask for their age. Okay, just ask them. Like, if you can't see it somewhere, or any of that stuff, ask them for their age. Ask them. Cause I'm like, if I'm like, my thing is like, if I'm in his shoes and I don't know that person's age, I'm going to do some deep, and that's when I'm gonna become a stalker. When I'm just trying to figure out their age. If I see that they're underage, leaving them alone. If I see that they're above age, DMs is open. Okay, so even then, like, even if I do see if they're above age, like, I still feel weird. Like, I don't know. I'm an old fashioned person. I kind of like having some sort of like live interaction with a person rather than like, oh, let me like slide in the DMs with what did Quavo from Migos, what he do to get with that rapper like Sweetie or something. I think he sent her like, he said she's icy and sent her a snow emoji. I don't know, bro, but anyways, something like that, man. But make sure that they're over the age, all right? But now let's go ahead and get into this video, guys. If you haven't, make sure you go subscribe to my good friend Ray on her main channel, Hot Tea, her second channel, Ray Rahimi, and her third channel, Build Your Pocket. Go show it love, support all three of the channels, and yeah, also subscribe to me because it is helpful. But anyways, let's get into this video. Can I just say before the video starts, I was gonna mention that it was funny because I had looked up. So this video was uploaded yesterday because it's past midnight. But the day before yesterday, I had looked up Ray's channel to see if she had like uploaded, because I'm like, there was a time where YouTube didn't alert me even though I had like the post notifications turned on. And yeah, I just I was checking to see, and then next day she uploads. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, finally, I was like, I like hearing the soothing Ray's voice and watching some stuff that's going. So at least I'm like caught up with this, and there's ever a day where I'm approached and somebody's like, oh, James Charles. I'm like, I know everything I need to know. All right, so.
Hey guys, first off, let me just say sorry for not posting anything last week. I've been quite busy, so apologies for being absent. So much has been going on in the teen drama department, and I'm sure you've probably caught up on it, but it's still worth talking about. From David Dobrik being exposed once again for the Seth situation, TikTok drama all over the place, and more. However, in today's video, we're going to be talking about James Charles because Bye Sister might be happening all over again, and this time it's way more serious. A sister scandal, if you will. But before we dive in, let me remind you to like this video and comment down below. And subscribe to this channel if you already haven't. It really helps out.
I must have did so fast, I didn't pay attention to it.
Okay, so what has been going on with James Charles? Now, like I already said, a lot of commentary channels have talked about this, so we won't go in depth on everything. So here's a really quick summary, and then we're gonna move on to the latest updates. Recently, a 16-year-old boy came out on TikTok with allegations against James, stating that James has sent him inappropriate messages as well as photos. I'm not going to show their face or their TikTok handle because of their privacy. However, this TikToker has a following and is technically public on social media, but still. The guy had receipts and a video of James messaging him on Snapchat and so on, and from what has been shown, we know that the boy allegedly said that he was 18 when they DM'd, and James really quickly started flirting back. Later, the kid revealed he was actually 16, which could be easily seen both on his
I'm like, that's the thing though, it's just, from the other person, it's just that type of stuff where you're setting somebody up just so you can make some video on them. Like, both are in the wrong. Like, if you are doing that, like, no, stop lying on that stuff. Tell the person how old you really are. Because, yeah, it's like, then when y'all start talking, then he out here sending photos and you're using that against them and things like to build up some scandal video. I'm like, that is wrong. I'm like, that's messed up. And I'm like, people that go out and do things, that's why I'm all like, hey, look, like, unless that, I'm like, my thing is like, okay, to prove that you is, because I'm like, my thing is now, I don't talk to anybody that's over the age of 21. I'm like, you show me a video or a photo of you in a club or a bar ordering a drink, handing the bartender your ID, and them confirming saying you is over the age of 21, then you are drinking a beverage, Bud Light, whiskey, vodka, I don't care what it is, okay? Just drink something so I can know that person's over the age, all right? But yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, people, they do that. I'm like, it's crazy. But it's like, yeah, we can't leave James Charles out of it. It's like, bro, you gotta like start checking up on this stuff, doing a little bit more research. I'm saying, watch that TV show Catfish. Them guys will Google search your photo, find all this other crap. Next thing you know, they in front of your house asking you questions. All right, so
TikTok and Instagram bio, and has been there for a while. James came out with a statement on Twitter saying, there's a video going around about me on TikTok and Twitter of a guy calling me a groomer, and I want to address it right away. The accusation that I have groomed this person is completely false. Last week, I came across someone on my Instagram Explore page, saw that he followed me, and added him on Snapchat. The next morning, I woke up to several snaps from this person being excited. I added him back, saying he loved me, and also lewd photos of himself in the shower. I asked how old he was right away, and he told me he was 18, so I started flirting back. In the excitement of meeting someone I thought could be potentially great, I didn't ask for a copy of his ID or passport. It's now clear, based on the video he uploaded, he was taking photos of me with another device and had an ulterior motive from the beginning. Later in the day, he said a few things that made me question the validity of his original age answer, and when I asked him to confirm his age once again, he admitted that he was 16. I told him I was uncomfortable and apologized for flirting, but he insisted on continuing to talk, saying it could be our little secret. He's a fan of mine and will never tell anyone. I told him I wasn't okay with this. He started getting upset, and at this point, I unfriended him. We haven't spoken since. I'm not victim blaming him or victimizing myself either, simply sharing what happened, and what happened was not okay. After false allegations like this in the past, I would never knowingly engage with anyone underage and put my life on the line for a few Snapchats. Because of situations like this, instead of taking someone's word for it, I will now ask to see the ID or passport of every guy.
It's like, it ain't like this is the like second or first time this happened. Like, nah, bro, this done happened multiple times. So it's like, bruh, you should have been doing this. My thing is like, look, you should have been doing this after the first situation. Like, it shouldn't have to take like the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th situation. Like, I don't know how many times he's gotten caught up in this, but it does seem like he's been caught up in this stuff a lot. And it's like, bruh, like, you guys start doing it. You should have been doing this stuff like back then when they very first happened. So
I have a conversation with. A lot of people were pissed he left this just as a Twitter apology, then others were actually defending him. It was kind of just all over the place. And to top that off, James hasn't really been that affected by all of this. Obviously now drama channels have spoken about this, other big creators as well, but James has been doing
I heard Keemstar, because I watched like Drama Alert and stuff, and Keemstar, he talked on it, and that's how I found out about the situation. Other than that, I would have never known. My thing is, like, if stuff doesn't trend on Twitter, I don't know about it.
Good on all of his platforms. It's important to mention the effect of Bye Sister. In this case, as you guys know, literally everyone was against James when Tati made that video, but there wasn't any proof, yet people were quick to cancel him. And then when he Uno reversed it, everyone was like, okay, let's make sure that we never jump that quick again, which led him to being uncancelable, if that's even a word. Since Bye Sister, there have been a few other guys coming for James, very young, and James, he'd always say, I didn't know their age. Once I knew they were not 18, I would stop talking to them. And you know, the first time, okay, it happens, but repeating it multiple times, not checking what those people's actual ages, is really negligent and irresponsible. If they are that young, at the line of being of age, maybe they are too young for you, James. Especially when you are in this position, you'd think it would be a priority for him to make sure that those people are of...
My thing is like, I don't know, like, once again, you know, referring to me being old-fashioned, like, I just talk to the girl, like, I don't be sending her photos of myself in the shower or anything else, like, to, you know, I don't know, I try to, like, build something, you know, to have, like, some sort of, like, I don't want the foundation to just, like, oh, like, how'd y'all, like, what was the, like, first thing y'all sent each other, like, hey, how you doing? And then a photo of me in the shot. No, I don't, that's weird to me. I don't know. I guess, like, that's how the newer people talk. Me, I'm just like, I guess I just ask some questions, you know, I just ask the girl questions and call it a day and things, and then see where it goes from there, but try to get to know her, but, you know, not to know what she looks like without clothes. I don't know. I guess, like, I would consider myself, like, too much of a nice guy, but overall, like, I'm a good guy. I'm a nice guy. I don't be going around doing that. I just ask questions, talk to the girl, and, you know, see if something can happen there. If not, I'm like, just, I guess, be friends with the girl and then just move on and things. But anyways, yeah, bro, it's like these James Charles, I'm like, your conversations be sounding weird, bro. Like, I'd be kind of afraid of, like, being a male friend towards him, because I'm like, I don't know about you, fam. Like, I ain't saying that he's like that with, like, all his, like, male friends, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know about you.
Age, considering Bye Sister and all the consequences of it. How is it not the first thing for him to do? Some people said that James, being an influencer, popular and well-known, should date only people in his circle, people who are in the spotlight as well, so it's easy to confirm that they're 18 and over.
Yeah, it's like, if you know that they're over the age, that's why I was like, I know for the longest, I was saying, like, I'm only, like, dating girls that I know that, like, I was, like, in their age group, like, back years ago, and now that we're older and stuff, I'm like, okay, I'm like, I know you're over the age of 18, so I'm like, okay, cool. But if it's like some, like, random person I never met, I'm like, I'm gonna have to ask some questions first, okay? Just so I won't end up in court and, you know, you don't have your parents yelling at me and things. I'm like, yeah, I just, you know, I ain't with that. So anyways,
for influencers and celebrities to date, Raya, I think Tana uses it. So James, take notes from our girl Tana. Moving on, here are the updates on this entire situation. The boy that exposed James said he was going to pursue legal action. He mentioned a police report was filed, so we shall see how that goes. A lot of people spoke out on this whole scandal, some of which were our favorites, Trisha Paytas and Ethan Klein on Frenemies. Trisha was very outspoken on this. We know her thoughts on James.
Alright, still treating, like, everything accountable. Ooh, I'm sorry. This is a go to jail, do not pass go. Do not, dang. Oh, I think, yeah, I seen where Keemstar, he talked about this. I was like, dang. She's out here using Monopoly
Ethan
references.
also said a few things, including this tweet saying, enjoying your last few good mornings before going to prison, in response to James Charles. James was also on the Impulsive podcast a few months ago, and this clip resurfaced.
Yeah.
Why? Okay, so the thing is, for me, I'm 21, but like I said, I have the mentality of a 40-year-old.
Yeah.
So for me, like, I'm much more mentally and emotionally mature than a lot of people my age. I'm not physically attracted to older guys, which sucks. Like, I would date, like, the absolute youngest, 18, 19, that looks a little bit older, or, like, 24 after everything that happened last year and me having to, like, get in front of millions of people and prove that I wasn't a fucking sexual predator. Like, that kind of helped my case now, where, like, when people do try to do that, everyone's like, you're so fucked. Like, cut it out. Like, leave him be.
James talks about being really mature for his age, in his opinion, and being attracted to young men. He also mentioned the effects of Bye Sister and how his fans and people know what happened and don't take new allegations against him that easily. It's interesting to wonder if James thinks he's untouchable and nothing can have the same weight as Bye Sister. Does he ignore any criticism? Is this going to make him reckless towards any similar situation just because people have his back? Does he think he's not going to face any consequences whatsoever? At the start of this whole thing, he did put off a video including other YouTubers. He said he was
like, I didn't want to post a video.
Aware of the situation.
Oh, well, I thought she was going to read. I didn't want to post a video with them and drag them into my situation they had nothing to do with. It wouldn't be fair. Eventually.
He did put off a video including other YouTubers. He said he was aware of the situation.
I'm not trying to get at anything no matter what happened. It's unacceptable, embarrassing, and I should have taken the extra steps to research the person I was talking to. There's no excuse. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. This is on me. Yeah, bro, it's like you gotta
didn't want to bring other people in this mess, but
research.
He just posted a video, so it's all good now. Maybe thought it was gonna blow off since people are also focused on David Dobrik right now. By the way, let me know in the comments if you want a summary video plus updates on that situation just like this one. I know, guys, I missed a lot of tea last week, but like I said previously, it's really still important, especially those two scandals. But anyway, now people think this drama is getting to James since he has turned off comments on his latest TikToks. Not on all of them, but just the most recent ones. James apparently has been buying and deleting comments on his newest videos. Here are some screenshots of comments with the same text, and they are from different accounts. Someone said, I knew James was talented, but this man is so artistic. Another user said, Sister James keeps surprising us with his hidden talents. And finally, here are some comments under Morphe's recent posts. People had a lot to say about Morphe cherry picking which influencer to drop after a scandal. Like, remember when they dropped Laura Lee when Dramageddon 1 happened? Or Jeffree last summer, although with him they had a lot of
girl that had that fake cry?
People are saying Morphe is just adding to the problem by supporting James, and here's what people had to say about that. One user said, I will never understand how people still idolize this person with all the shit he's done. But if it's someone else who gets accused of the same thing, they get cancelled so quickly. Another user said, crazy you canceled Jeffree but not James. Hypocrites. It's crazy how
That's how it is. Like, people, they just, when they're a fan of somebody, like, watch this movie called Misery. Watch this. For those that have never seen that movie, for those that have seen the movie, I'm like, that's the people that are supporting these content creators and everybody. But for those that haven't seen that movie, Misery, so it was about this book writer. He was leaving his cabin after he was finished writing a book, but crashed his car. So happenly crashed his car in the area where his number one fan, well, I think she had to have been stalking him. Like, now thinking about it, I'm like, nah, she probably bought a house out there or built a house, did something, I don't know. Was watching him, seeing that he crashed, and then was like, this is my chance and opportunity. Long story short, the girl, it's Kathy Bates that was playing as the fan, but she lost it. She went crazy. She killed the cop. She because he broke his legs in the car accident and re-broke his legs when she figured out that he was exploring. The movie is insane. Like, it's a crazy Stephen King movie, but yeah, I was like, those type of fans, I'm like, please stay away from me. Please stay away from me, okay? If you live up in some cabin in the mountains and you're just waiting for your one-time opportunity to get a hold of me, please just stop being a fan of me. I do not want you to be a fan of me at all right? But watch that movie, Misery. Because I'm like, yeah, James Caan in that movie, that's the guy that played as the book writer. He could have did anything crazy. She still would have supported him. Still would have had love for him and all that stuff. So, or she would have killed them. But anyways.
Ceased collaboration with James Charles. The things he's done and the situations he has been involved in are disgusting. I am not buying Morphe. If you guys don't cut ties with James Charles after dropping others, you are part of the problem. You can't pick and choose which you'll support because they bring you money.
Hi guys, I am Ray's editor. You don't know me, but I'm here to give you a quick update because there have been so many updates and I just can't keep up with them. So hopefully this goes.
Is that
okay?
You'll support.
That don't sound like Ray. Hold on for a second. Let me listen to this.
Because they bring you money.
Hi guys, I am Ray's editor. You don't know me, but
okay, it's her. Oh, okay. I was all like, that don't sound like Ray. I'm like, so editor. Okay. Well, hi, Ray's editor. Nice to meet you.
quick update because there have been so many updates and I just can't keep up with them. So hopefully this goes okay. Because I just can't put text over the section that has the update and call it a day. Like I need to properly comment it out. So hopefully I don't sound too bad. I'm nervous. Please don't drag me. James has been posting as regular. He doesn't seem to think anything is happening. At least he's not showing it on social media. So he reviewed Chipotle's and Elf's collaboration palette because he received it in PR. And
they got a makeup. Chipotle got a makeup kit. Oh my god! Like man. Anybody could get a makeup. Oh, fam. Oh, I'm about to create a makeup kit for sneakers, bro. Oh, bro. Look, if there is a brand out there that wants to do some like makeup with me, got let's just call it like TMossBoss's sneaker kit. And it's just like all different shades of like my favorite sneakers and things. Oh, fam. Man. I'm about to release a makeup kit. Just give me a second. Y'all better buy it too.
Comment on it. Joshua basically said Chipotle sucks. Ethan said, does at Chipotle know they are sponsoring a known predator? And then he continued with, yes, to answer your question, I'm trying to cancel James Charles. He, of all people, is completely deserving of it after admitting to exchanging nudes with a 16-year-old. This is a pattern of behavior that should land him in prison, not collaborating with Chipotle tweets. There has been a tweet of a note where someone said that they also had an experience with TikTok boy that James talked to, where the said TikTok boy lied about his age and was quick to show pictures and whatnot. Pretty much he was on James's side saying
the thing is though, like the boy saying that he's pressing charges, but I'm like, but you lied about your age. Like I don't know how like law and all that stuff works, but I would imagine like that the case would be dismissed because like you lied about your age, and so you gave this person under the like it is James Charles's fault for like not taking responsibilities and not paying attention. You would think he would learn from his mistakes. So yes, he could be possibly facing some sort of time, like if this stuff really does go through. But also like with the kid, like I feel like the kid's parents can potentially get in trouble. I don't know, because I'm like, if you out here lying, and if this is like the person saying that Ray's editor is saying that this person lied about their age to somebody else, I don't know, I should have been reading it, but regardless, that kid, I'm like, fam, like you don't act like you all innocent in this, like, oh, James Charles, he was like, fam, you lied about your age. Like, what do you expect? If somebody thinks they talking to somebody that's over the age of 18, they gonna think that. Like, so that's one thing I don't like about the internet, is just how many liars are on the internet. Like, man, people, stop being liars and just be honest. Be truthful for yourself and around other people and stuff. Like, it's crazy.
I was going way too deep, and it's all the blame should be put on the 16-year-old because he has done this before, and probably the other people as well. And
it's crazy.
Actually, James liked this. He liked it yesterday, I think, and he wouldn't have seen it unless he searched for his name or for the scandal. So he knows that something's going on. He knows that he probably has to address it, but he doesn't seem to care. So, that's good. Not really.
People are definitely outraged, and it seems like James thinks he's in the clear and there isn't much to worry about. But you can't repeat the same mistake multiple times and claim to be mature. To swear, it's one thing to be in the moment and do something dumb, and another to not take precautions. Even if all of these TikTok boys are chasing James for clout and whatnot, he is the adult in this situation. He should know better, especially after Bye Sister. So what are your thoughts on this one? How do you feel about
I've been paranoid. I've been paranoid. Even somebody, literally, a person that looks like that they're 60 years old, I still would have been like, I don't trust you. I'm like, nah. I'm not like no. I'm like, you just, my thing is like, go into a shower, just get like a bunch of hot water and just dump it on you and stuff. Cause I'm like, you can't be wearing makeup. Or just like, just let me see if I can like pull a mask off. Cause I'm like, no, it's like, there's like them old man masks that you can wear and things. And so I'm like, yeah, I don't trust I don't trust nobody at this point. I'm like, even somebody, I'm like, bro, we was in the same class together. Like, we both graduated. I'm like, no, I don't trust you. I don't trust you at all. Did we really graduate together? I'm like, I don't even know you. But anyways, yeah.
Situation,
I think
cool down, or is this
James
just
Charles,
the
this
beginning
you gotta
of
do your
My
research,
Sister
bro.
2.0, 3.0? I don't even know what to call it anymore. But yes, that's pretty much it for this week's video, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every single week. All right, bye.
Yeah, James Charles, I'm like, bro, you know, you done messed up on this a lot. Like, it ain't something where it's like, oh, it's the first time it done happened. Like, nah, fam, it done happened quite a few times. So it's like, you gotta start researching these people and seeing, like, how old they are before you just jump to, you know, the DMs or Snapchats or whatever and stuff. And, you know, just start saying and doing weird things. But you know, obviously it's probably watch. If this stuff happens again, I'm like, nah, he just needs to have like his internet access like revoked. Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, everything. Cause I'm like, fam, you have not learned. So I'm like, you gotta stop doing this. But anyways, pretty good video. Shout out to Ray and her editor. Shout out to her editor too. But yeah, make sure you guys go subscribe to the Hot Tea channel. Make sure you go subscribe to Ray Rahimi's personal channel. Build Your Pocket channel. Go follow her on social media, all of that. And yeah, like, subscribe to her video. Like, subscribe to my video too. Talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.